It's Friday, the 10th of July 2026. Tomorrow I am running 100 kilometers. I'm doing Race to the Stones, which has been around for ages, a massive race, one which I've wanted to do for a long time, and tomorrow I'm finally getting to do it. This is going to be my second ever 100k ultra marathon. Previous to this, literally 1 month ago, I ran my first 100k in the Lake District, up and down the mountains with 2,600 meters of elevation, so it was pretty brutal for my first 100k. I'd done it with no training as well, no training. For 12 weeks prior, I didn't even train for it. Now, not because I didn't want to, because I'm undisciplined or whatever. I had a herniated disc, so I had done a 50k ultramarathon before then, so it's not like I've never ran before, but I just was doing mobility, seeing physios, having massage therapy, and it was enough. It got me through. I'd done it in about 20 hours, 21 hours, which is not a great time, but considering it's my first ever ultramarathon with 2,600 meters of elevation, yeah, I thought I'd done quite well. I did end up in A&E afterwards on crutches, nothing to do with my herniated disc. It was down to my feet. Now, this is a learning curve. When you do races, every race I've ever done, whether it's a big one, a small one, you always learn something. Now, in my previous one, I didn't have great foot care. I ended up letting my feet get wet, and I didn't change my socks until it was too late, and I ended up just tearing the skin off my feet, getting really bad blisters. All my toenails, or 4 toenails, fell off, and I ended up in hospital with an infection, and I couldn't walk. So trying to drive home from the Lake District to Norwich with on crutches and not being able to walk is hard. I wouldn't recommend it. So this time I've got a little bit more experience going into this. Last time I had to worry about the water. Tomorrow I have to worry about the heat. It's currently around 30 degrees in Norwich. I think in Oxfordshire it's going to be around 31, 32. So less clothes, more electrolytes. But I'm looking forward to it. I just want to document this. I want to keep it raw and honest. I don't want it to be highly edited. The reason why I'm doing a YouTube style vlog for this, normally I post on Instagram, but I find with YouTube that this is going to be more easily accessible in the future. So YouTube videos, consider as well, I don't really upload much to YouTube, it's going to be very easy to find in the future, and you can actually look back at it and watch it. And I'm not doing this for like hundreds of views, thousands of views, or loads of subscribers. I'm more doing this to document my journey for my kids, so my kids can look back at this in 5 years time, 10 years time, when they're teenagers, and go, this is what my dad done on July the 11th 2026, and they're going to have a full video rather than just a reel that just gets lost in Instagram's algorithm. That, you know, I don't really want my kids going on Instagram to see what I'm doing. So I think YouTube is a great place to document a journey for your children. Hopefully this will inspire them to go and do something crazy. So I'm going to document as much as I can, my thoughts, my feelings, how I'm coping, what's going through my mind, as raw and honest as possible. I'm not going to record the whole race. It's not going to be a massively long video, because the reason why I like doing ultra marathons and running is it clears my mind, listen to some music in my headphones, and just zone out from the world for a little bit. So there's going to be a part of that, but I'll also try to keep everyone updated as much as I can. So currently right now I am just about to drive to Oxfordshire. It's about a 3-hour drive from Norfolk. I have my cinnamon swirl. I'm actually carb loading at the moment, so I'm trying to get 800 grams of carbs in. So that's 10 grams of carbs per 1 kilo of body weight. So I weigh around 80 kilos, so I'm trying to get 800 grams of carbs in, which is awful. I normally have a very, very healthy diet. I would never normally have a cinnamon bun on a Friday randomly, but I'm carb loading, trying to get as many carbs in as I can. I just can't do it clean. Again, it's a nice excuse to have a bit of a cheat meal. That's a good thing about running. It's more of an eating contest on your feet. So yeah, I'm going to drive up there feeling good, and I'll keep everyone updated on how it goes. Now, one of my favourite quotes is, the biggest risk in life is the risk of doing nothing. And this was me for a long period of time. I'd have great ideas, I'd want to go and do these amazing things, I'd look at people on Instagram, YouTube, and be like, man, I wish I could do that. And I could, but I didn't. It's just always procrastination. oh, one day I'll do it, one day I'll do this, and one day I'll get in shape, and one day I'll run this. It never happens. And I see so many people now falling into that category. And the thought, the idea is great, is amazing. But people just never do it. The amount of times I've had people message me after they saw that last year I barely ran a 10k, this year I'm running 100ks. I'm not saying I'm a great runner, because I'm not. I'm average at best, but the only thing that separates me from someone who's not running 100 kilometers is I just went and gave it a try. I risked failure. There's a high chance I could have failed the last one, and there's a high chance I could fail this one. But I'm okay to take that risk, because if I don't know, then I will never do it. I have to go and I have to try. Otherwise, I'll always be thinking, what if? And the trouble is, we don't realise we are in our prime until we are out of it. It's only years later when you realise, oh, that was the best time in my life, and that was when I was in my prime. And we end up just missing it. We end up missing these opportunities. It's only later on in life we realise. So if you feel you want to go and do something like this, go run 100 kilometers, go climb a mountain, get in shape, lose some weight, start running, then you have to do it. You have to fail forward. You have to just start. Because if you don't start, mess up, learn and grow, then you're never going to get anywhere. Like I say, the biggest risk in life is the risk of doing nothing. If you keep doing the same thing every single day without trying anything different, and guess what? Your life is going to be the same. Nothing changes unless you change. So hopefully this will inspire someone to go and do something risky. Go and take a chance. Go and fail. Go and risk failure, because in failure, that is where you learn and that is where you grow. We don't grow in comfort. We only grow when we push ourselves to our limits, and we have to find those limits. Sometimes we fail, and that's okay. I'd rather fail doing something than sit at home on the sofa thinking, what if? Yes. We are in Oxfordshire. The trip took about 3 hours. I'm just in my hotel room now, sorting out some of the gear for tomorrow. Just been for a lovely steak as well with my client and good friend Brian. Brian has been working with me for a little while. He was at the same race I was at last month. I done my first 100k and he done a 30k. It's all through the mountains, so really, really hard race. And he said to me afterwards, he's like, man, I want to challenge myself and push myself even more, because that wasn't hard enough. He wanted to do 100k, so he's joining me tomorrow to do 100k. So shout out to Brian. I'm going to give you a quick run through of all of my gear and what I'm bringing with me in the race. Race to the Stones 100k ultra marathon. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown of all of the gear, the kit, and the nutrition that I'm going to be using to run this race in no particular order. I'm using Pure Sport electrolytes, 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Don't really like the taste, but I think these are the cleanest electrolytes which I've had. In terms of nutrition, I don't like using gels. Gels just do not sit right with me, so I tend to use real food, even though I don't really class this as real food. It's not that healthy. However, carbohydrates, really easy carbohydrates. Scotch pancakes, 15 grams per Scotch pancake. I like to put 2 together, that's 30 grams with a little bit of honey inside. You're looking at least 40 grams of carbohydrates. Really, really easy and quick to get down. Obviously, lots of sweets. I'll be having rice cakes in the morning and Kendall mint cakes. In terms of socks, I don't even know what this brand is. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hopefully that came up okay, but they are toe socks to help prevent blisters. And I've got 3 pairs of those. I believe ibuprofen gel because I suffer from really bad shin splints. I'm also using Trail Skin anti-chafe cream. You need some form of anti-chafe lube if you're going to be running any distance over 50k. Wet wipes. I'm going to be using wet wipes. Self-explanatory, I don't really need to give you explanation for that. K-tape. So I'm going to K-tape my feet up as well. I'm going to do the bottom of my feet and my heels alongside using lube all over my feet and using the toe socks to try to prevent as many blisters as I can. I'll also take a little bit of this with me just in case I need to change my socks and reapply if I get any blisters. I'm using a silver head torch. Never used this before, found off of Vinted for 30 quid. Apparently they're meant to be quite good. I'm using a Solomon Active Skin 8 running vest. I've used this a few times now, really, really good. I also have the pole quiver attached. I'm also using a Solomon running belt, using a Nike Dry Fit cap. At the moment it's boiling hot here. It's looking to be 30 to 32 degrees, so really, really warm one. Probably won't need this, but this is a Innovate waterproof jacket. This is super light, one of the best waterproof jackets for running that I've had. I'm using Mountain King poles. Again, really, really light, best poles I've used. I'm wearing a UVU vest. Again, this has got loads of tiny little holes in, really, really good for running in the summer. These are the shorts that I'm going to be starting in, just a pair of Nike Dry Fit shorts. Again, loads of tiny little holes, really, really good for running in the summer. I have spare running tights, just in case my legs chafe too much. The shoes I'm going to be running in are the Keanu 32s by Asics. These are a really, really good stability shoe. They're actually quite soft for a stability shoe. But yeah, I've had these for a little while now. These have easily done 300 kilometers and never let me down. I have a spare phone. This is just an old iPhone, which I use to listen to music because I don't want to waste the battery on my main phone just in case I need it for GPS. In terms of headphones, I literally just bought these. I normally wear Shocks, but Shocks are not great if you want to do gym workouts as well because they're open ear. These do have a transparency mode, so I've got the Powerbeat 2 Pros. A little bit pricey, Shocks are fine, but I wanted something I can wear in the gym as well. Portable charger, and last but not least, a Garmin Epic 2 Pro. I've had this watch for a couple of years now. It's got more than you need to run any form of marathon. You can download GPX files to this, so it's ideal for what I need it for. So that is the full breakdown. Comment below what you think is missing and what you would have added in or done different. Completely missed our start time, so me and Mr. Brian had to just jump on over the start line. But yeah, we completely missed the start time altogether, so yeah, not the dramatic start that we was hoping for, but we're en route and we started. So currently about 5k in, feeling good. A little bit of a hot spot, a little bit of a blister. Feels like it's coming on one of my toes, which is not ideal this early on. Currently pit stop 1 has just been completed. Had to tape one of my toes up, start to blister quite bad, which is annoying because the first pit stop was only 10k, so about 11k in now. Feeling okay. It's so hot, man, so hot. Pit stop 2 complete, about 22k into half marathon down. Feeling good, hip flexors are tight, but it is what it is. It's bloody hot. Have to really pace yourself in this heat. You can't run as fast as you normally would, but we get it done regardless. I can't remember whether I've done the last update, but about 36 kilometers in, and it is roasting. Struggling to get food down because of how hot it is. So just drinking loads and loads of Coke and eating lots of Freddos. That's about it. But next pit stop is 50k. So just gone past 50k and I feel awful. Not my best race. Hip flexors wrecked, got a few blisters, and just the heat, man. Just can't stomach anything. There's a lot of DNFs. Saw someone pass out. Medics pulled a few people, and a lot of people doing the 100. A lot of them stopped at the 50. But the show must go on. Get as far as we can. There's no way I'm gonna stop unless I get medically pulled. So yeah, another 50k to go. And even though I'm in pain, look at this scenery though, this is amazing. I'm not sure how well you can see me now as the head torch is on. Can't also remember when I've done the last update, but just hit the 73 kilometer mark, just done the second to last pit stop and spent the last 10 minutes just throwing up, feeling awful. Had a second wind from 50k up until about 70. Felt great for the last few kilometers. Just hit a wall. I think the heat's finally getting to me. There's been so many DNFs. I think temperatures hit 32. So, but look at this scenery. Absolutely amazing. Makes it worth it. So, personally, I don't count the last 10k. I say as soon as you get to 90, you've pretty much done it. You know, you can smash out a 10k no matter how bad you feel. So my goal is to get through the next 17k and then it's on the home straight, then we've done it. Let's go. Nearly 80k down, feeling good. I've had like my third wind. Just hoping I can keep this going for like another 10 or 15k, and that's the home stretch. It's currently nearly 2 a.m. and I've been running for about 18 and a half hours. We're at 95k, and in the famous words of Mr. Andy Glaze, your mum can run a 5k. Nearly there. So it's currently Sunday, the day after the event. I think my last update was around 95k, and then my camera died and my watch also died at 98k, so no Strava update. But the official chip time was 19 hours and 30 minutes. I finished around 3 a.m. I will upload some photos here of me finishing with the medal. But yeah, an amazing event. The staff were really, really good. Couldn't fault anyone. I felt a little bit ill towards the end, around 70k. Obviously, I took a little bit of a turn, started throwing up. But I enjoyed it. You know, I didn't record a whole lot because I wanted just to go in my own mind, zone out, and just get the race finished. With the heat, a lot of people were struggling. Apparently, around 50% of people who'd done the 100k DNF'd, or they took the 50k medal instead. So, but yeah, regardless, it was an amazing event, just very, very hot. And I'll probably go back and do it next year. I might do Race to the King, which is another event from the same organisers. But yeah, couldn't fault the staff. Really, really good experience. I can walk, which is way more than I could do on my last 100k. So last month I could barely walk. I was on crutches for a few days. And also just want to say a massive shout out to my client and good friend Brian. He done 30 kilometer last month, and that was the most he had ever ran. And this month he came and done the 100k with me. Nice. I think he finished in about 23 hours. Mate. So yeah, really, really good. Enjoyed it. I think my PB, this is a new PB for me by a couple of hours, which is good. I want to start really pushing down towards the 15 hour sort of time mark for 100Ks. But if you take anything from this one video, that is to go and do something hard. If there's a race, an event, an idea that you have that makes you feel uncomfortable, but you've been thinking about it for a while, go and do it. Me recording this and doing these events is for me to inspire my children. I give them the medal afterwards to then show them, hey, go and do some hard things, because nothing is achieved in your comfort zone. Anything great that's worth obtaining is achieved outside of your limits, your comfort zone. So go and do something hard. Don't put it off. Time is forever passing, so we need to go out and do these things now before it's too late. But yeah, appreciate you all watching, and see you in the next one.